Hello and welcome back to another edition of Teacher Talks. And guess what, friends? I have an amazing video for you today. That's right, we're gonna unbox these two packages right here. Here's number one. Here's number two. Let me give you some hints. All right, it says Jerry Pallotta on there. Ooh, let me give you one more hint. This is gonna be an unboxing and a quick review, by the way. And what's it gonna be of?
Hey, I'm in my office signing books, but I want to send one of the first Falcon versus Hawk books to my teacher buddy, Teacher Talks. There's a bookmark and there's a book. Hey, we're sending it out to you, kid.
That's right, you heard it from Jerry himself right there. He sent me out a couple copies of his newest book. In fact, I'm assuming that's what these guys are right here, because two different envelopes. Maybe he sent a couple extra bonus books for my students in my class. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm thinking. So I've got these two here, and we'll do a little unboxing and a little reveal, and I'll show you a few pages of the brand new Who Would Win. Okay, I've taken everything out of the packages, and check this out, my friends. If you are a fan of the Who Would Win, this is like mind-blowing for me. In that last video that I just showed of Jerry, I thought he was gonna send me one copy of this. Instead, he sent 1, 2, 3 copies and some other bonus stuff and some amazing news over here. I'll read that note to you at the end of this video, and it's amazing stuff because it'll tell you what the next Who Would Win is gonna be. And I'll tell you what, friends, I tried to find this book right here, The Falcon versus Hawk, and the best I could find is Scholastic shows it comes out on the 1st of the new year. So that's about a week away from right now. So that's January 1st, 2020. I know that's weird to say. Hey, let's take a look a little deeper here. Let's turn a few pages. And also, if you're looking to purchase these books, this is an absolutely amazing book series. I'll tell you what, at the end of the video, after we take a look at this book, I'll explain to you why two authors, in my opinion, have completely revolutionized, changed for the better for the fiction and for nonfiction, and of course, Jerry Pallotta, the leader of the nonfiction. So we'll dive into some of those details, but let's take a look. Hey, you want to see something fun? It says, I ate Teacher Talks, Jerry Pallotta 2019. How cool is that? Yes, Jerry, I love it. I love it. I better look out in the sky when I walk outside today. And another signed copy right there, and also one bonus copy so I can put a few in my classroom. And I thank you so much, Jerry Pallotta, because I'll tell you what, with 27 students this year, trying to have 1 or 2 copies of a good book it really causes like mayhem in the classroom, and I have to do like sign up charts, who's next on the book. So by having a few copies, it'll make it much, much easier. But let's talk for a minute about ordering this book. By the way, I think this is gonna cost around $3.99, like 4 books. It is an absolute screaming deal. If you buy them on Jerry Pallotta's website, by the way, and I'll put that in the description down below, you're probably gonna get a copy that looks like this. However, sometimes Jerry signs them like this one right here. So if the price is the same or pretty close to the same, my opinion is go to Jerry's website, purchase the books from there, and you have a chance, not for sure, but you have a chance that he might even sign that for you. Don't forget, Jerry's got his Who Would Win Wednesdays and all kinds of awesome stuff going on. But for now, let's dive in. Let's take a look. All right, Falcon versus Hawk. Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh my goodness, look at this, like brand new. I have to like fold it down a little bit. All right, there you go, Falcon versus Hawk. I'm gonna show us a few pages, guys. I'm not gonna read the whole thing to you, at least not right now, but I will read a little bit and we'll kind of dive in just to get a flavor of what's going on with this book. All right, let's take a look right here. What would happen if a falcon met up with a hawk? What if they had a fight? Who do you think would win? Ooh, so cool. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you guys the truth. Are you ready? I am not an expert on falcons. I am not an expert on hawks. And this is the beauty of Who Would Win. If I had a regular nonfiction book that was a falcon book, I might read it, I might not. I mean, I'm interested in a lot of things, so I might get around to it. A book about hawks, I'd probably read it, but it might not be at the top of my list of things to do. But if you told me that I'm gonna read and study both of these two birds, and then at the end, there's gonna be a fight to the death, to see which one wins, yes, then all of a sudden that book gets to the very top of my list of things to do. And that's where Jerry Pallotta's genius of this Who Would Win series comes out, is that kids want to read these books and build up the facts, right? That's the idea here. So you're going to learn all about these different kinds of falcons, which holy macanoli, I had no idea there were so many different kinds of falcons. It says falcon, hawks, owls, kites, and eagles are raptors. Raptors are animals that kill other animals and eat them. There are several species of falcons also. Look at that right there. So a lot of birds, when I think of birds like in my backyard, they're eating like seeds and things like that. The raptors, though, they're going to eat meat. They're going to eat other animals. Hawks are also raptors. Okay, so they're both raptors. We're already building our brains. We're gaining our evidence here. Some birds eat seeds. Oh, there you go, right there. So the birds in my backyard seem to eat seeds and I guess like fruit and stuff like that. But both of these two eat meat. Now here's something really cool too. Where I live, there's an occasional red-tailed hawk. I think, again, I'm not even an expert, but I think that I've heard other people say, hey, look up, that's a hawk, it's a red-tailed hawk. But I had no idea. Look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different kinds of hawks. An osprey is also called a seahawk. So is this what the Seahawk football team is fashioned after? Or is this what they're named after, the Osprey? I didn't know that. I'm growing my brain like crazy here. Okay, so meet the falcon, meet the hawk, getting to know them, talking about speed. So we're going to build our evidence. By the way, in my classroom, what I have the students doing right now is keeping either a sticky note with them or maybe a full piece of paper and writing down the evidence that they think is going to help them to determine which one of these two raptors, or I'm already using my lingo here, these two raptors is going to win the battle, all right? And another thing we do is we kind of make a promise that we won't skip to the end and see who's going to win the battle. Because at the end of all the Who Would Win books, by the way, every single one, there is a battle at the very end. Most of the time, one of them ends up dying. Some of the times, one of them ends up dying and the other one ends up eating it. And then some of the times, one of them just sort of walks away, or maybe flies away. But I don't think that's the case in this one right here. Something tells me that this is going to be like a duel to the end. This is really cool. If I am quickly reading this, it looks like the falcon over here. Am I looking at this correctly? That the falcon eats other birds? Is that birds only? Interesting. Where the hawk over here eats these things down here. Snakes, lizards, frogs, rabbits. So interesting. So if I was a student right now, I'd be writing down notes. Because it seems to me that if the falcon is used to hunting other birds, maybe that would be an advantage when it comes to actually battling. Because the falcon's used to trying to come down really fast and attack other birds, right? I don't know. Maybe it seems like good evidence to me. Is that going to be helpful in the fight? We won't know until the very end. And they talk about here the largest of the different living birds. And we talk about eggs and egg sizes. So that's like your common egg. If you're going to make eggs in the morning, is that an ostrich egg? This big, huge one. And here's a tiny little one right here. What's that say? A bee hummingbird. All right, friends. So I'm not going to show you too much more, but I'll tell you what, if you are familiar with the Who Would Wins, this is another Grand Slam home run. I can already tell just skimming it right here. I cannot wait to really read it. And also you learn so many things about like aerodynamics. Like look at this right here. This, I still to this day try to like figure out how these airplanes are flying up above my head and understanding like high pressure and low pressure and how the wings work. And it's very similar to how birds' wings work. And that's where Jerry is kind of making that connection right there. Absolutely, absolutely amazing stuff. Talking about their eyes, ooh, will that be a factor when it comes down to the actual battle? I would think so, All right, friends, we'll do one more page. That's it though, one more page, are you ready? All right. Oh, a beak and a bill. What is the difference? I honestly have absolutely no idea. But what's cool is after I read this page, I will then understand the difference between the two. All right, friends. So today's video was just an unboxing, just to kind of show you what we got here, give you a taste of a few pages. Here's what I'm thinking. Why don't I read the book, and I'm also going to do a book review. And then once the book has been out for maybe a month or so, why don't I read the whole book to you guys? That would be really cool. All right, but I do want to give some time, and I also want to remind our viewers out there, there are some books, just like some movies, that you want to see it one time, and then you don't really need to see it again. Do you know what I'm talking about? Have you ever seen a movie like that? And then you have maybe other movies or books that you read over and over and over. My favorite books, I read them like once a year, and I've been doing that for years. This series is the same way. You will not want to just read this one time and then move on. So this is a definite purchase and add to your library, whether that's at home or in your desk at school or what you have you. But keep that in mind. This one is an awesome, awesome book to have and own. And again, I love the work that Rob Bolster here does as well. The artwork is fabulous. The pages are beautiful. I mean, look at this, like just perfect, glossy, beautiful pictures. No doubt that this is nonfiction, right? Nonfiction, when we study it, we discuss how these are real pictures, and you better believe it, right? Absolutely awesome and amazing stuff. All right, we're going to dive in a little bit deeper here. I'm going to tell you what the next Who Would Win book is going to be. Jerry, I hope that's okay. I hope it's okay that I read your note here. But I do want to discuss this with you guys. Are you ready? My favorite fictional author is Dave Pilkey. And here's why. I, Teacher Talks, have dyslexia, and I also have ADHD. And when I was reading books as a kid, it was really hard for me to look at a page full of words and not get overwhelmed. I'd be like, oh my goodness, this page is gonna take me a half an hour to read. Where Dave Pilkey, and I feel like he has taken the lead on these graphic novels for the fiction, like Dog Man and some of these others, they make it so that I would want to read as a kid if I had those books. And I can tell in my classroom, at my school, and on Teacher Talks Dog Man, the sister channel to this one, you can look at the description if you want to take a look, that there's so many kids out there the same way. And so congratulations to you, Dave Pilkey. Now let's talk about Mr. Jerry Pallotta. So Mr. Jerry Pallotta has absolutely changed nonfiction reading, and he might not even know the full impact because I'm in the classroom. I'm working with the kids, right? I've worked with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of kids throughout my teaching career. I'm the one that gets to see some of the kids, and they come to me and they say, oh man, we really don't want to have to give up our graphic novels. We don't want to transition into reading these nonfiction books. And I say, I know. How about if I just read you one of these Who Would Win books? And I read it to the class, and we build our evidence on the two different creatures that are about to battle. And by the way, you want to see all of them? Look at that. So I'll pick one of these books each year. We'll read it as a class. We'll build our predictions, and then we will read the last pages where Jerry Pallotta puts together a mock battle, right? Where these two creatures are battling each other, and we figure out who won. And then all of a sudden, you know what happens? Those same students who tell me, I don't really like nonfiction, all of a sudden they come to me and they say, do we happen to have the Lion versus Tiger book? Or do we happen to have the Wolverine versus Tasmanian Devil book? Or what's another one that, boy, these Ultimate Ocean Rumble, that's a huge one. And the Ultimate Bug Rumble, that's a huge one. And this one I just did a video on just a little bit ago. This is the Ultimate Dinosaur Rumble. So these ones where they have lots and lots of different creatures or animals come together, there's the Ultimate Jungle Rumble. Those ones are even bigger hits in my classroom. But I'm telling you right now, all the regular ones too. Look at this, alligator versus python. Huge, huge hits. And all of a sudden, I have these students go, yeah, we don't really like nonfiction all that much. And then they read these and they love them. And they're asking their parents to buy them these books. And then I say, oh, what do you think of nonfiction? And they're like, well, we love these books. And I'm like, all right. These are all nonfiction. You better believe it, they are. So congratulations to you, Jerry Pallotta. You have really struck a gold with this series, in my opinion. Okay, are you guys ready? Do you want to see what the next book's going to be? And again, Jerry, I hope this is okay to do here, but check this out. Okay, here's what this says. Okay, to my dear friend, Teacher Talks, I hope you enjoy the latest book. It's about two of the most fiercest predators in the sky. Let us know what you think, and we'll make sure to send you Ultimate Shark Rumble once it is complete. Ultimate Shark Rumble. So that is the next book, I assume, by Who Would Win, right? And Jerry Pallotta and Rob Bolster. Oh my goodness. So another Rumble book. That is absolutely awesome and amazing. Ultimate Shark Rumble. So cool. All right, friends, listen, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Congratulations, Jerry Pallotta and Rob Bolster, on another grand slam. I haven't even read the whole thing yet, but I can tell this is another absolute home run, grand slam. All right, I'm going to go read this with my kiddos right now. I'll come back and do another book review on this one. And then again, I'll read this one to you a little bit later. I'll tell you what, it'll be next year, 2020, only a few days away. All right, friends, listen, I hope you're enjoying this channel. If you are, subscribe to the channel. If you want to see more information about how you can purchase these books, and go over to Jerry Pallotta's website, also over to his YouTube channel and his Instagram account, then look in the description down below and you can see all that good stuff and go check it out. All right, friends, have a great day out there. Bye for now.